I'm going to play a song for you guys, and then once it's done, I'll be back to talk. This is one way around copyright laws.
Samsung Galaxy S3 as well. Whoa!
Welcome to my channel. Whoa. And this is taking part on a video that I'm posting on YouTube in a few minutes. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Okay. I'm talking to nobody right now. I don't know if you... Alright. See? Nobody. This cross. Alright, so I don't know why I let that go on so long. The actual song was over a while ago, but I was looking at something. And instead of pausing this, which I don't think I can, but I did this. So, let's talk about the Federal Reserve. Federal Reserve. Is that shut down right now? No, it's a private company. It's about as federal as Federal Express. Which, whatever. Okay. Facts about the Federal Reserve Bank brought to you by a car. Because if it can't fit on a bumper sticker, it's not worth shit. Alright. 1. Created in 1913 in violation of the Constitution. Arguable. It's a private company that has nothing to do with the government. That's true. It's never been audited in 96 years. Yeah. It's not accountable to citizens. It's not. It's not accountable to the Congress. They're really the ones that should be running currency. But could you trust them with that? Oh my god, you can't trust them to keep the government open. Okay. Oh god. It prints our money without oversight. That's true. It manipulates the interest paid on loans. Also true. It loans our money back to our government. Very true. It collects over 3 billion tax dollars a day in interest on loans to government. Well, if it loans, I don't know. Oh, God. We used to be the richest nation on earth. Now we're in the most debt ever. How did it happen? Who gets all that interest money? Look into it. That's true. The money isn't gone. Somebody took it all. Now, it really wasn't the Federal Reserve, although they had a hand in it. The actual reason that we are broke, and I use that as both the country, who's not really broke, but if we default on things, yeah, that won't be good. So, but we're not broke at all. And if we were broke, we'd be selling off all of our little killing toys that we have. But the reason that the common person doesn't have much money, the reason that wages have stagnated since the 70s, is because, and I hate to use this rhetoric, but there's a fucking class war. It's not left versus right. It's the top versus the bottom. And the top is winning. And now, in their infinite wisdom, Feinstein, who is a lovely creature, and those of her ilk, are trying to get it so that bloggers and other such individuals are not treated or given the same rights as journalists, which wouldn't give them freedom of the press or things of that nature, which is terrible. It's a terrible precedent. I mean, how do you define journalists? Someone who gets a salary? What if they get ad revenue? Is that salary? Or do they have to work for one of the companies that are owned by the giant four? Because we already see now that every single cable news is biased as fuck. But it's like they say, don't hate the media, become the media. But they're making that illegal. My stylus. Oh, it's gone. No, I got it. I also have a brown. Okay. Anyway. Any fucking way. Nobody's replying to my Snapchats. Alright. No, they're making it illegal to be your own, or to do your own journalism, which is usually the only kind of journalism that fucking matters. I mean, look at all the people that have snuck into animal slaughterhouses, or chicken houses, or anything like that, and brought back the footage, and closed those places down because of violations. What straight media press would actually go into those places? None. Why? Because people don't regularly care about their food, especially when it comes to meat. God, and as someone who eats a lot of meat, I can honestly say that if I had the choice, I would not eat meat from those slaughterhouses where they're abused beforehand. I know it all comes to the same result, but they don't need to be tortured. Or, I don't know. But yeah, that's the kind of activism that, or the activist journalism that they're cutting down on, or trying to make illegal, which is sickening, because this is America. We have freedom of the press, and press is press. Journalists are journalists. Blogger or on CNN. There's really no difference. People rely more on blogs than they do on the straight corporate media. And that's what it is, it's corporate media. We don't have free media anymore. The closest that comes to, like, actual news is Al Jazeera and Russia Today. And Russia Today is fucking state-run by the Russian government. So they're biased as fuck, but they're not as biased as MSNBC, CNN, or Fox. And those really are the big three that people watch. There's 3 stations you can watch for news in this country. One is center-right. The other is less center-right. And then the other is far-right-ish. Really, socially, anyway. We don't have any left news. And yes, MSNBC covers Democrats, but when have the Democrats been left-wing? God, that hasn't been in years. And they're now the Republican Light Party. This country has moved so far to the right that Obama is seen as a socialist. 20 years ago, he would have been a Republican, which is disgusting, really. I mean, that's how far everything has shifted. And yet, socially, in social questions, we've gone to the left. Gay marriage, marijuana. Marijuana is being legalized in states now. In fact, it might be legal in my home state of Maine as for recreational, which is awesome. I personally hate the smell of it and the taste and edibles, but I have no problems with people doing it, just as long as it's not near me or where I can smell it. I have to smell it every day when I get on the bus to go to work. I don't need to smell it in my house or in my apartment building. Well, apartment building's a big stretch because I can definitely hold my breath for 30 seconds while I walk past a building. So, I don't really care. So yeah, that's all I really have time for in this video. Alright.